What is good? It's playoff week. Damn, man.
You sound like shit, dude.
Yeah, I know. I told you I feel like shit. I told you.
Hey, we've all had to power through, bro. MJ flu game. That's all you need to reference. And he's drinking Mountain Dew. He feels like shit, and he's still drinking Mountain Dew.
Whoa, we still gotta represent the Dew, bro.
Put some Robitussin in that thing.
Yep. Someone said Tyreek is out. That must have just came in, probably.
It literally just came down like 30 seconds ago. Cheetah.
Damn.
Out. That's a massive blow. And it was a tough matchup anyway. The weather's pretty bad. I heard they're down in Florida. Weather's definitely a factor today. Like, no doubt about it.
More than anything. Zeke, Achan, or Puka in the flex? Hey, Puka's got the awesome matchup.
It's got to be Achan, no? You could make the argument for Puka. I think it's either
between the Achan or Puka.
I don't know if I'm rolling with Zeke. I know he had a. I would agree. I know everybody likes to get excited about Zeke having a nice game, but there's just not enough explosive high-end upside plays left in Zeke for me to get excited. Give me Puka here. In the plus matchup at home, weather's not a factor.
Exactly.
Weather being a factor in Miami could, especially like windy, rain, stuff like that, could be good for Achan. But the Jets have a good defense. The Jets are kind of feeling good. Like they think they actually have a legitimate shot to win this game. The Jets do, and the line has been moving on that Jets game. It's down to 7.5. I believe it was 9 when the week started. So that a lot of people are taking the points with the Jets, and that number is down from like 9 to 7.5. And that, if for those of you who don't know, with the spreads, that's a massive movement in terms of points. A 1.5 movement means people are really, really buying up the Jets and the points.
Sure.
So very, very interesting to see that point spread move that quickly. And also the Tyreek injury is a factor in why that line moved, significantly. So
yeah,
that's an interesting play. That's a real interesting play.
And we saw, if I'm not mistaken, I think Waddle had a good game last time against the Jets.
Check right now.
Man.
Waddle. Let's see. Again, the Jets. Yeah, eight catches on 8 grabs. That's 100% efficiency for you out there. Quick math. 114 yards. 14.25 yards per reception.
Woo! For like $114, right? Went over 100, and they're focused on Tyreek, so now it's not. Now it's different, right? Now he's going to be the focus, I would guess, right? Or the running game. I don't know.
I think it'll lean towards the running game just because of the weather, and Tua doesn't have the strongest arm, like in term, but that doesn't for Waddle. I think that could mean some short screens, maybe some jet sweeps. Maybe you get Waddle involved in the running game. I think that would, help boost his numbers, especially with Tyreek Hill out there. So, or out, out of the game there. So, I think you're playing Waddle regardless, but it's a tough matchup plus weather implications. I'd feel more comfortable with the running backs, but.
Hodor said OBJ or Demario Douglas. OBJ had a ton of targets last game. That game, I pulled up the weather here for this morning. So that shows still major implications in the forecast. Chance of rain early. Boom, boom, boom. 50 to 60 mile per hour wind gusts while the storm moves through.
Is that New England or Jacksonville?
No, Jacksonville. Baltimore at
Jacksonville tonight.
Yeah. And it says most of that will be pregame, but even lingering into the game, we're talking miles per hour. So I don't know what you want to think about OBJ for that. He did get 10 targets last game.
Yeah, he did. I don't get excited about the Odell Beckhams, the DeAndre Hopkins. Now, listen, those guys, if you stuck with them, they produce for you, but it's hard to bank on that. And the catch percentage is not good, man. 4 out of 10. That's 3 out of 5,
Mhm.
4 out of 7. Like that's not a great percentage. What the volume is the volume is actually taking a little bit of an uptick. He's got 22 targets over the last 3 games. Has only converted that into 11 receptions, so that's a 50% clip, which I'm not overly excited about, but it has translated into some nice yards and a touchdown. He has 3 on
Mhm.
the season. I think I'd lean Demario Douglas here, even though I don't feel fantastic about it. I think the weather's definitely a factor, and just the inconsistency of Odell's usage throughout the season. So I feel like Demario Douglas has the safer floor. Don't get me wrong, Odell's looked pretty good, probably better than I expected. And for the most part, he stayed relatively healthy. Considering all the injuries that he suffered. So he's been on the field probably more than I thought throughout the course of this season. He's only missed 2 games
Mhm.
early in the season. His snap percentage isn't great. He was hovering in the 30s, 40s there. He was at 53% last week. So I think I feel a little bit more solid with Demario Douglas.
Yeah. Yeah, it might be. I lean slightly that way, mostly because of the weather. So yeah, give me Douglas there. Rob, we'll go Puka, and then Olave is out. Do I do with Drake London? I mean, that's a bad weather game too. So I mean, do you have any other options? Tyreek and Olave out. Start London, Dubes, Shaheed to replace Tyreek. London, Dubes, Shaheed.
Dubes is interesting because no Christian Watson, and they had time to prepare for it. The
Mm-hmm.
weather is not a crazy factor in Green Bay. It's not freezing cold. It's only about it's 40 degrees, which is relatively warm for Green Bay in December, mid-December. I would lean towards Dubes, but I London coming off the massive game. London actually burned me because I had London on my bench. He went for 27 on my bench last week when I had a winning in situation. So I don't want that to come back and burn you in that situation. But if weather's a factor in Carolina, what do they say there for the weather in Carolina?
Well, I'm out here. I mean, it's been raining, but I'm about 2.5 hours away there. It's gonna rain buckets in this game, literally, it says here. All all game long. Plus, we've got winds around 15 miles per hour with gusts around 25, potentially up to 35 miles per hour late game. So it
Okay.
looks like that's gonna be really, really ugly. And Shaheed is interesting if like Olave doesn't play.
Yeah, Olave's out for sure.
Oh, Olave's officially out? Okay, I was just gonna
Yep.
ask, like, did we get the info on that yet? Alright,
Yep.
cool.
Olave
So,
is out.
Olave's out, so, I mean, Shaheed or Dubs?
I'm probably lean Dubs here, Dobbs.
Dobbs, whatever.
But you could definitely make the case for Shaheed just because he's a big play, waiting to happen. So I can understand that. I do think with Christian Watson out, also AJ Dillon out. I don't know if Aaron Jones is going to play. They said most likely Aaron Jones will play. So um, I think I like Dobbs for a touchdown today.
Yeah,
I think when
okay.
Christian Watson was out early in the season, we really saw Dobbs kind of elevate his game. There were a couple of games there where he really had some nice work. So I think I like Dobbs. Now, I know the game against the Giants wasn't great and Dobbs wasn't particularly great, but I think I like him, with that week to prepare, coming off a really kind of a clunker game for the Packers. I think Dobbs gets involved nicely here. Give me Dobbs here.
Yeah, I mean, I think Shaheed is definitely, like, that upside play, right? That big play waiting to happen,
For
so
sure.
Dobbs, for sure, probably is a safer play, but Shaheed gives you that
Yeah,
big
no doubt.
upside. So if you wanted to play Shaheed, I wouldn't mind, but Dubes is probably the safer play, so it just kinda depends how you wanna play it. Nick, what's up, Nick? With Olave out, am I starting Rashid or Hollywood Brown? Hollywood's been banged up, so that's a risky play to begin with.
Yeah, I think I'd take Shaheed in that scenario.
Yeah, I think I'd go
In the
Rashid as
dome
well,
against the
sure.
Giants defense that's not great.
Daniel, what
Playing
up,
better.
Daniel? What's goody, brother? Damn, so Waddle will be on sauce, not good. Yeah, it's no Tyreek, no Olave. I'm cooked. Oh man, yeah, injuries
That's
are
funny.
getting crazy.
That's funny, Daniel, because I'm not in the playoffs, but in our subscriber league, I have Cheetah and Olave as well. So if I would have found myself in that situation, I would have been thoroughly upset.
Yep, for sure. Mike, Luca, Kolich, I'll get to your questions in a second here. Diaz, statistically, Waddle did well, but the offense didn't get right without help. Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. Last week, it wasn't.
Yep.
It wasn't. But I'm sure
But I just think that
they
means more
somewhat
impact for the
prepared.
running backs.
Yeah, I'm sure they
Yeah.
somewhat prepared for Hill to not be there this week. So we'll see what happens against that Jets defense. Kevin said, "I'm a happy owner of Addison in Dynasty. Needed for value. Oh, for
Steve
sure.
is a happy Steve is a happy owner of Addison as well, and for whatever reason, he decided to play Josh Downs over Addison, and that could come back to bite him in a playoff game.
I'm getting rocked though. Anyway, it might not matter, but yeah, I definitely fucked up that one. I haven't played Addison in weeks because he hasn't done jack. But for sure in Dynasty, I mean it's a good value bump. And listen, to be fair, I mean, I don't know. I think there's probably a pretty good chance that Cousins comes back on some sort of deal. With the way that like our offense has been, I mean, now obviously we looked a little bit better with Mullins, but I don't know. There's a chance he comes back, so next year could be another one. Where are we at? Mike, full PPR, Achane, Ridley, or London?
Achane.
Ridley's got the bad weather. London, yeah, Achane if he's playing for sure. Let's go Achane. Keaton Mitchell or Chuba, half PPR, need a boom game.
The boom game would come from Keaton Mitchell, and I was actually checking up on some stats and stuff yesterday, just reading around a little bit, preparing for today's show. And Keaton Mitchell out-touched Gus Edwards last game. Now, I know it wasn't a ton of work, but the overall arching principle is that Keaton Mitchell is really starting to, find his way in that particular offense. Now, the volume isn't great, but he doesn't need a ton of volume. He reminds me of Achane in that sense, where if he gets 10 opportunities, you feel pretty good about his chances to make something big happen. Give me Keaton Mitchell here.
For sure. Appreciate everybody joining in, guys. We will get to all the questions. If you want to hop over to YouTube, we do have super chats available, so you can skip the line. I will get to everybody here. Just be a little bit patient as we're rolling through here. Morning Simp. With Reek out, should I play Waddle or pivot towards Ridley or London? Also, Browns or Bears defense. I also have Fields playing if that matters. I don't think it matters that Fields is playing, but Waddle, Ridley, or London?
They're all in the same situation, right? Because Ridley and London, they're all playing down in Florida today, which the weather is just absolutely horrendous. So give me Waddle here with, I think Waddle will have some good opportunities to make something happen. Give me Waddle. I don't know. It's really a toss-up, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I mean, it's a bad matchup, but it's the best weather. I mean, shit. Yeah, I mean, Waddle's the one guy that all he needs is that one play, right? Where he's got the speed to kind of break one. So, maybe he does get locked up, but all it takes is that one slant that he beats him on, that one play. So yeah, I'll still go with Waddle there. But Jay, what's up, Jay? Atlanta or Cleveland defense? This is actually a good one because I was in the same boat. I picked up Atlanta defense. I had Cleveland defense, and I'm playing Atlanta defense just based on the weather. Literally.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm playing the Atlanta defense as well based on the weather and the matchup, right? It's a plus matchup. Carolina stinks to begin with. They don't have a ton of downfield. Terrence Marshall's out for this game as well for Carolina. Now, does that give a bump to Thielen? Maybe, but yeah, give me Atlanta here.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's just everything all together. The good matchup, and then on top of that, you got the weather. Like it just makes it a little more juicier. Waddle or Aaron Jones?
That's a tough one. That really is a tough one. They both play at 1:00. I think Aaron Jones is still questionable. Let me just check on him really quick. No, Aaron Jones is officially active, no injury designation. I think I'd lean Aaron Jones here.
Yeah, I mean, there's nobody else there, so that is understandable. But is he 100%? Because you know how they be playing games when
I
he's
know,
not
I know.
100%.
But with
That
no AJ Dillon, I think that's bigger. Where there's not, Patrick Taylor's a decent, serviceable guy, but with no AJ Dillon, I just think they feel more comfortable with Aaron Jones getting the bulk of the work. If he gets 70% of the running back snaps, I feel pretty comfortable with that and him going out there and be able to make some plays.
for sure. Do I start Jalen Hurts and grab Mariota, or go with Baker or someone like that? That's a good one
Well,
because Hurts did come up on the injury report, right? I think he's sick.
yeah, initially he was supposed to play. Like it was like all signs pointing to him going to play. And then maybe like 15, 20 minutes ago, he was downgraded to questionable. That's a brutal one, man, because obviously you're in the playoffs if this is a question, and Jalen Hurts is a needle mover. Baker Mayfield's not a needle mover for me. Going up against Green Bay. Now, Green Bay doesn't have the greatest defense, but the Green Bay defense is very vulnerable on the ground, not so much through the air. So for that, I'm going to roll the dice with Jalen Hurts. They do play on Monday night, so I think I'd rather roll the dice with Jalen Hurts than gamble with Baker Mayfield on the road.
Yeah, I think I'm with you there because I don't know if there's going to be a huge difference between like Mariota or Baker, right? Anything can happen. Either of those guys could put up duds or maybe give you some points. But if there's a shot that Jalen Hurts plays, I'm not missing that. So grab up,
dance with the one that brought you.
Yeah, I'd grab up Mariota and just hope that Hurts plays. And if you got to play Mariota, then fuck it, you got to live with it.
Yeah,
Dolphins or Falcons for defense. Daniel said.
I think I still roll with the Falcons here.
Yeah, me too.
To be fair, though, I mean, even though that Zach Wilson did have that really, really strong game against the Texans, I'm still not a believer in that offense as a whole. I think the weather will keep that game kind of low scoring, especially without Cheetah, but I'll go with the Falcons defense there.
Yeah, thankfully had Gibbs and Laporta last night. Yeah, Laporta's fucking killing me.
He's amazing.
One of my dynasties, I'm going against Laporta. He's destroying.
Laporta's amazing. That's my guy.
Algier or Thielen in the reigning buckets game. PPR 40+ bonus. I would think they would use Algier a ton, or at least try to. I mean, Thielen hasn't been good.
No, the Algier thing really really pisses me off, honestly. Not only because I had him in a league and then he just became virtually nothing. He's getting about 10 opportunities a game. Not zero PPR upside for Algier. Absolutely zero.
Oh, for sure.
But Thielen has not been great, but he got 7 targets for 74 last game at New Orleans in the Dome. So yeah, this is a tough one with the weather. Yeah, give me Algier here, but I don't have any strong comfortability with either. But give me Algier just because, like you said, the Falcons like to run the ball anyway, and in a game that's gonna be determined by the ground game, give me Algier.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go Algier based on the weather at the moment. So fuck it. I need a sub for Tyreek at flex. Zay Jones, Noah Brown, or Dalton Schultz.
Ooh. Read that off again.
Zay Jones, Noah Brown, Schultz. Might be Zay, I guess, right? I mean, do we trust Noah?
No
Who's
CJ
coming
Stroud.
off of 2 donuts with no CJ and now no CJ Stroud.
No Nico Collins either, though.
Yeah, I know. So he is the only guy going against the Titans. I mean, we take our chances there. We might.
Yeah, I think I'll take my chances with
Might.
Noah Brown. I think I will. Zay Jones playing, in that Jacksonville
weather.
game.
Yeah.
Not crazy about that. I'll take my chances with Noah Brown here.
Yeah, let's go Noah there. Let's go Noah. Max, what's up, Max? Full PPR. Olave out. Start Rashid or Curtis Samuel.
Curtis Samuel is super interesting. I mean, going
Mhm.
against the Rams, the Rams don't exactly have shutdown defenders on the back end. Brian Robinson out as well.
B-Rob.
So
Yeah, yeah.
B Rob's
That's true.
out. So that's interesting.
That
You can
is.
make the case. So what was the
It's either
what was it?
Rashid or Samuel. I think it's kind of one of those same as before. Like Samuel is probably safer, but Rashid has got the upside, right?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna take Shaheed here. In the dome with the big play upside. I'm gonna go Shaheed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They have a decent amount of
He's got the
weapons to spread
upside.
it around.
Samuel is safer. So choose what you want to do. What you want to do there. My bad, Kev. Kevin flex play in a start 11 super flex, Singletary or Thielen. We just talked about the weather.
I mean, Singletary wasn't bad against the Jets. Averaged 5 yards a carry on 13 carries and had a touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I'd go Singletary there.
Yeah. Might go Singletary as well, especially with the
Looks
weather.
like Dameon Pierce is getting phased out.
Yeah. Singletary led the backfield last week. Ryan, what up, Ryan? Howell or Fields? All right.
Fields has a
against
tough
the Browns.
matchup.
Mm-hmm.
Browns at home. I know we talked about the Browns defense is banged up, but the Browns play so much better defensively anyway at home. The Browns have actually been playing well regardless with Joe Flacco, who actually signed for the rest of the season. So it looks like Joe Flacco is going to be the quarterback for the rest of the season. Looks like he's in sync with those guys. Like it was ridiculously a seamless transition. You kind of called it. I still think I'll take Fields with the rushing upside.
I mean, Howell's got the rushing upside too, though.
But not as high as Fields.
No, not as high as Fields, but Howell is what QB like 6 on the season, and he's like consistent. Like even if he plays bad, like he still gives you good points. You know what I mean? Like I'm just looking at his points. Well, let me look at his points in a different league. My bad. I mean 20, 21, 24, 33, 23. Like it's always solid. Like he's gave you like 1 dud, maybe 2 duds. In Fields, I mean, against the Browns, I mean, yeah, they got some guys out, but we've been rolling with Fields the last week. Fuck. I'm gonna roll with Howell, but But it's like the same pretty much. It's not a big deal. Jonathan, what up, Jonathan? Fields or Love looking for upside. Okay. Well, I mean, I guess I'll put it this way or have you think about it this way. If we're looking for upside, who has a better chance of finishing QB1 on the week? Is it Justin Fields or is it Jordan Love? When you look at it that way, like Fields is definitely the guy with the upside. On the flip side of that, like Jordan Love, I've been talking about the last couple weeks. I mean, if Green Bay is going to get in the end zone, it's most likely going to be from Jordan Love passing the football. So, and factor in that Justin Fields is going against Cleveland. And who does the Pack got?
Tampa.
I got Tampa Bay, which is an awesome matchup. So that's a
tough one.
What are you thinking about this?
I'll be honest with you. I'll probably roll with Jordan Love. I also read some statistics that Tampa Bay is giving up like the 4th most points to opposing quarterbacks. Jordan Love plays pretty well at home for the most part. And, even despite the game against the Giants, I'm still pretty encouraged by what I saw in the 4th quarter from Jordan Love. I'm not happy with his overall performance, but, with Aaron Jones back, I think that gives him that additional safety valve. Reed is still really good. Dubes is out there. Tucker Kraft has been a little bit of a factor since Musgrave went down. I'll lean towards Jordan Love, but listen, Justin Fields has been making plays, like especially with his legs. It looks like he's playing better as a passer as well. I'll take Love slightly here just because the matchup is better for Love. If it was a different matchup for Fields, I'd probably lean Fields because of the rushing upside.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're both kind of like back-endish QB1s, but if the question is, are we like looking for upside? I can't not say Fields if their question is
agree.
Looking for upside. So give me Fields, even against a tough matchup. Like if we want that upside, then fuck it. Let's go.
I totally agree.
Ryan, what up, Ryan? Reed, Achane, or likely in the flex, full PPR. It's not likely, even though I do like him this week.
I mean, I'm going Achane here.
Right? Can you not go Achane? I mean, Reed has an awesome matchup too. I like that too. But I mean, who has a chance to go for, 30, 40, 50 points here? It's not Reed or likely.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. Achane has the highest upside in a game that you think the running backs are going to be featured because of the weather. Jaden Reed is really solid, honestly. Like I do like me some Jaden Reed. I told people to play him last week and he rewarded you with a touchdown and some pretty good work, pretty much all around that field. But Achane clearly has the highest upside for those 3.
For sure. Mary, what up, Mary? Does Bills D look good after today's game?
Playing the Cowboys, playing Dallas in Buffalo, 425 vehicle. It's tough to say. The Dallas has been really good this season. They've been really good for the last quite a few regular seasons. This is a tough game to get a handle on. Is there any weather implications out in Buffalo? I know there's probably going to be some wind, but nothing too crazy.
No, not on the weather. I think they downgraded. It looks like majority of the rain is a few miles away from the stadium. Lowered the impact level. We could just get a light rain. Sustained winds around 10 miles per hour. Fantasy players should probably not avoid this game, it literally says. But just, keep checking in, probably just some on and off showers. So, but she said after today's game. So after today's game, they've got the Chargers and they've got New England. So yeah, I think it is a good D after this game for sure.
Oh, after. Oh shit. Yeah. I didn't even peek at that. I just saw Bills D. Yeah, I agree.
Chiefs D at New England or Dolphins D versus the Jets?
Give me Chiefs D here.
I think you're probably pretty safe either way. Chiefs D's been pretty solid. The Dolphins are weird. They be playing down to the competition. Like,
yep.
Yeah. Let me Chiefs. Bears or Browns D?
I'm going to go Browns defense at home. The Bears defense, I was watching some of the pregame stuff this morning, and they obviously, we know with the Montrezl Sweat thing that the Bears defense has been really, really good the last 4 weeks. But I still trust that Cleveland defense at home. And Justin Fields has a propensity to turn the ball over, take some sacks, fumble the ball. So give me Browns defense at home.
Yeah, I'll take the Browns too. Armando, what's up, Armando? With Olave out, who should I flex between Spears, Ingram, Douglas, or Mingo?
Well, Mingo in that weather, not crazy about. He does have big play ability, but I think that'll be limited by the weather. And they are playing a good Falcons secondary. Demario Douglas, he is playing the Chiefs, but I do think he'll be able to see the most work. Spears is really interesting. I know Spears had a really kind of good game, but that was because they were down, and he did the bulk of his work on the receiving end of that work because Tennessee was down and kind of had to make that furious comeback at the end against the Dolphins. Evan Ingram, super interesting with the short passing game in that weather, in Jacksonville. I think I'd lean Demario Douglas here, but I can hear the Evan Ingram conversation. So I'll go Demario Douglas, but I'd be open to Evan Ingram.
Yeah. Well, I would even think about possibly Mingo. I
Spears,
mean,
really?
no, I know the weather is bad, but if you look at last game, I mean, he had 9 targets. I mean, 2.44 yards per target. So we're talking about close at the
Short,
line of
quick,
scrimmage, short. Even the game before that, 10 targets against Tampa Bay, 6.9 yards per target.
right?
So, he is relatively short yardage, and it looks like they
Mm-hmm.
have been getting him more involved. Um, and I know the weather, is bad, but I'm just saying, is that something to think about, where he gets some of those short yardage?
Of course it is.
Um, who'd you go with? Douglas, you said?
Yeah, I went with Demario Douglas, but the slightly over Evan Ingram.
Yeah, that's close between Evan Ingram too, because same kind of situation, right? Damn. Like,
Sleeper has to chill with what they're doing with the guy's profile picture. I just look at Kadarius Toney's picture if you get a chance on Sleeper. This is getting out of hand. This is getting. They're really playing games
or do
here.
you even like? Maybe it's Tajay Spears.
We could make that argument as well. I'm not crazy about it because, like I said, I think that the bulk of his work was done, like I said, on the receiving end because they were down so much and they needed the passing work towards the end. So I'm not gonna overreact to that.
True. That is true. Yeah, maybe we go. I mean, Douglas is a good play. Kansas City is a tough D. I know Juju is out as well, right?
Yeah, I mean, but I do think they're not gonna have 0 yards. Demario Douglas is gonna get some opportunities.
Yeah, that's for sure. That is true. That is true. Yeah, I'll lean Douglas, but Mingo's actually a close second for me. Brown's old lineman's supposed to be out. There you go. Song, what up, Song? What's goody, bro? Joku or Likely? That's a good one.
I'll go Joku here. Likely is incredibly interesting, but I think I'll go Joku. I've seen enough from Joku to feel confident. And he has a fantastic rapport with Joe Flacco for what it's worth.
Yeah, I mean, you could argue, I guess, weather a little bit too.
In Cleveland?
Mm, well, Jacksonville too. Um, damn, bro. I am gonna slightly lean Joku, and that might be slightly biased just because he's a fucking warrior. And when he said the flesh is weak, like I will always respect that.
That's funny. But I feel it. And he's played well since.
Bro. Jacob, what up, Jacob? Start 2, Ridley, Achane, Lockett, already starting Mostert. I don't give a fuck. I'll start them both.
Yeah, I'd start both of them. They could clearly be productive in the same game.
I mean, Lockett is a good matchup, but we don't even know if Geno's playing now. Now all of a sudden there's talks
Yep.
like Drew Lock might be playing. So yeah, give me
Again.
the upside with Achane. Ridley doesn't have a great great weather. So yeah, let's go. Desperation play. Oh, my boy Chris Rodriguez, Algier, or Miles Sanders.
Well, you talked about Rodriguez, and with no B-Rob, Rodriguez may have a shot at some valuable playing time. I'm still going Algier here because he is the more proven commodity. Miles Sanders is just an absolute dumpster fire over there in Carolina. Give me Algier here.
Yeah, I'm going Algier as well. More likely that he kind of yams in a tutty. Hammer loves love.
Damn right.
Ridley or Shaheed.
Taking Shaheed.
Yeah. With the weather, maybe you just roll Shaheed here. Drake London or G Willie. Might be G Willie for me.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go Garrett Wilson as well. I mean, I think we're excited about Drake London because we saw what he did last game. God damn it, in the same kind of scenario. Yeah, give me Garrett Wilson here.
Yeah, against Miami. I mean, defense has been playing good too, but at the same time, I don't know, man. Drake London scares me this week because they threw it a ton last week and didn't do nothing. They lost, right? And you know how the fuck Arthur, how Arthur Smith is, and he might just be like, okay, why would I do that again in bad weather? But
yeah, they're both in very similar situations.
Right. I lost JT, Pacheco, Watson, and now Reek.
Oof.
I'm done. Damn, Isaac. I feel it, bro.
That's
I feel
going rogue.
Mario, DeMarcus, and Taysom. Hey,
Hey,
they're not horrible plays, bro.
no, opportunity is key here, Isaac. And we talk about this shit all the time. Listen, it's always at this point in the season, right? Like, not having your big guns hurts, but if you're a good manager, there are ways to navigate it. I navigated a season where I lost Derrick Henry 3 years ago, DeAndre Hopkins on that same team. So there's a will, there's a way. Just find the guys with the opportunities, and like you said, go rogue.
Yep, for sure. Jacob, my bad, Jacob. It was start 2 this question. So Achane is one of them. And then is it Lockett or Ridley? I'm going Lockett. I don't give a
Yeah,
even if Drew Lockett is.
Drew Lockett.
Drew Lockett.
I love that. Drew Lockett. That's who we're going with, Jacob. We're going with Drew Lockett, baby. Roll.
Oh shit. But yeah, I mean, with the weather, like I'd rather roll with Lockett. I mean, what did he do last game, Lockett? He wasn't that bad, was he? I mean, 6
Drew
for
Lockett.
89. Tyler Lockett, my bad. What was 6 for
I'm calling him
89?
Drew Lockett. Yeah, his efficiency is always pretty good. 6 grabs on 6 targets, so you like that. And with all the JSN talk, he's still on the field, right? The last 3 games, not great games, but 95%, 88%, 81%. It was starting to waver there a little bit, but Tyler Lockett's still out on the field. You got to feel semi-decent, about him being able to make some valuable contribution.
Yeah, I'll go and lock it there too. All right, my bad. Where we at here? Where we at? Noah Font. Well, first off, Song says good luck to all. Appreciate you, Song. Good luck to you too, brother.
Yes, sir.
Good luck. Noah Fant or Devontae Parker had to replace A.J. Dillon. Noah Fant. I mean, Parker, we've got no Juju.
Do have to Mario Douglas, though.
Yeah, Parker's interesting, though. He's going to get targeted. I'll go Parker.
Yeah.
I'm not going to play Font. I mean, Font is a they're
Yeah.
both wishful thinking, but give me the
But
give me the
Parker,
wide.
Parker with 14 targets in the last 2 games. Noah Fant, it probably takes him like a month to get 14 targets, a month plus to get 14 targets. So give me the higher target guy, Devontae Parker.
Oh shit. Nino, what up, Nino? What's up, guys? Both seem like solid options, but which defense this week? Chiefs versus New England or Falcons versus Carolina? We've talked about both of these defenses.
Yes, we have. Never up against each other, though.
No. Nope.
New England's playing. New England's coming off with the games being almost every day now. I'm losing track of like the weeks and shit like that. But if I remember correctly, New England played a good game last week. If I'm remembering correctly, let me just bring it up. Yeah, they played the Steelers. They got off to that really good start. The Steelers made a little bit of a rally. On the road, they played well. Give me the Falcons defense here in this scenario. Carolina doesn't play well. I know the Patriots aren't that good either. I don't think the difference is going to be that great. But I'll roll with Falcons.
Yeah.
I don't think you could go wrong either way.
Yeah, same. I don't think you could go wrong either way, but we've liked both of these defenses, but let me go with the Falcons. They're both shitty offenses, but give me the extra worse weather. So Sam, running back question should be who is the most likely to get 10 carries and or fall into the end zone? Yeah, that's true.
That's exactly what we were thinking.
Should I keep James Cook in the flex or put Kincaid in his place, hoping they keep dumping off to Cook?
Yeah, I think I'm still going with Cook there. Simp, are you in? Is that tight end premium? If it's tight end premium, that changes the outlook just a little bit in my estimation.
Yeah, Stafford or Lawrence? Garrett said.
Ooh,
gotta be Stafford.
Yep.
The matchup, the weather, right? Everything. Let's go Stafford, Garrett. But yeah, I'm keeping James Cook in the flex. I mean, he's been used so much lately, since the switch. Let's go with Cook. Playing my bitch ass brother too. He's disowned now.
Isaac, I gotta say something about that. Isaac, you are 100%. I've disowned my best friend Bagala. He knocked me out of the playoffs. And it wasn't the fact that he knocked me out of the playoffs, is that he was dancing on my grave in the group chat, our fantasy group chat. He was just dancing on my grave. He's sending me shit on Instagram with the fucking Paisano shit. I blocked him on Instagram, full disclosure. He kept sending me shit, and I blocked him on Instagram. So, Isaac, I know exactly how you're feeling. Call me salty. Call me whatever you want. Done.
Oh, shit. PPR Achane or James Cook?
Ooh. That's a tough one. If it's PPR, I think I might lean James Cook.
I mean, I'm still gonna go Achane just for the simple fact that you're chasing the upside.
I know.
Like it comes down to like who has a better chance of finishing RB1 on the week? Is it Achane or is it James Cook? Like, when you look at it from that point, like if that's what you're looking for, then because I think they're both pretty safe regardless. James Cook might be a little bit safer just because Achane is coming in a little bit banged up, I guess you can say. So maybe Cook is a safer play, but Achane by far has got the ceiling for you. So I would go Achane if you want to roll that route.
I'm gonna go James Cook. All right. I hear the Achane thing, and I totally agree with everything you said. It really seems like James Cook is getting some good work. Now I know they use a little Latavius Murray here, but in a game I expect to be, a fairly high scoring game. I gotta go check the over under on that game. It's got to be in the high 40s for that Dallas Buffalo game. I'll go James Cook here. I think he's putting in some work. The one thing I will say is that James Cook's snap percentage is a little bit concerning to me because he hasn't cracked 50% in the last 4 games. Before that, he was consistently in the mid 50s to 60% snap percentage. So the fact that he's taking, I understand.
Right? Look at the amount of usage. Like he's being way more efficient.
Yes, he is for sure. But he's been relatively efficient all season outside of a couple of games, to be honest with you. Rushing and receiving, like he gives you a little bit of everything, and he's looking at 20 opportunities a game roughly.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, give me James Cook by a hair here, but I hear it.
And that kind of goes to show you with those guys that are not like those workhorse guys, there is almost like a perfect formula for the efficiency, the amount of touches, right?
Agreed.
How many rushes they get, right? We see how Tony Pollard was just a lot different.
I was going to bring Tony Pollard up.
Yep. Right, than what he was. We saw, then you give too much and they get hurt like Tony Pollard did last year, Achane did this year, DeAndre Swift, you can say with a line, like there is some kind of fine line between, some of those guys, their height, their weight, everything, their body, that matters as far as their efficiency. And once you start getting more carries, you're not going to be as efficient as you get more and more carries.
No, totally agree with that. So yeah, I'm going to lean James Cook here. Like I said, you can make the argument for both. I think the point you bring up about who has the better chance to finish as an RB1 or the RB1 is definitely Achane. But like I said, this Dallas defense, I don't think it has been as good the last couple of games. Now, I like I said, I think this will be a fairly high scoring game in Buffalo. Weather shouldn't be a crazy factor. I think James Cook can finish in that RB5 range, RB8 range overall for the week.
Yeah.
Get logged in. Gotta see what the over-under here is for this game.
Nino said, sadly, traded Kupp when he was playing bad for weeks for Kirk. Now Pittman and Stroud both out on concussion. Yes, sucks. What are you going to do, bro? I mean, nothing you can do about it. Sometimes it's just bad luck, bro. Sometimes it's just bad luck. So there were some good teams. A lot of people had good teams that just didn't wind up working out, right? If you were in one quarterback league, like relying on Joe Burrow the first few weeks of the season, like you kind of got
fucked,
or even 2 QBs or super flex, like you were screwed. Like Trevor Lawrence,
Deshaun Watson,
did not do well for you, like he should have. Deshaun Watson, I mean, there's a bunch of just misses that that hurt, and we can't always account for the injury, especially at the QB position. Like I think we've seen it this year worse than kind of ever before, and it kind of changes almost the dynasty landscape in the super flex leagues. Like, okay, like you better have your fucking backup quarterback. So whatever,
we were talking about that.
You better go get the damn backup because
you got to handcuff your quarterbacks now. That's wild.
We've got to handcuff quarterbacks. Exactly.
That's fucking wild.
Eckler and SD is junk. My number 1 pick, can't drop him. Yeah, I mean,
who's SD? Stephon Diggs?
Yeah, Diggs has been trash lately.
Diggs always has that. I think Diggs has a really good game, Mary. I think it's a big game. Buffalo's playing much better. Like it looks like, I can't say much better, but they got that big win against Kansas City. They're really fighting for their playoff life at this point, especially in that crowded AFC wildcard picture. So I think Stephon Diggs has a really good game. I think he goes for 7 catches on 10 targets for close to 100 yards. Whether or not he gets a touchdown is tough to say, but I think Diggs has a really big game. He's going to look opposite him and see CeeDee Lamb probably having another monster game. And I think Josh Allen is going to lean on Stephon Diggs to get Buffalo a dub.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Rubbing it in, telling me that Reek is out. Like, I don't know. Yeah, of course they're going to rub it in. Of course.
Bro, listen, I'm all for
know how to rub it in. It goes too far. It does go too far, but you know what? We
It's
bitch
all
and
it's
moan
all
when it's
fair.
against us. But you know what? Bagala, to be fair, when we just shit on his,
Yeah, we do.
his
We
ship,
do.
the amount of ships that he has, and
Which is
we
zero.
go in, we go in. So it is all fair, and it is what it is. There's nothing you could do. There's nothing you could do. It's something
we
not
should
always in our control.
we should write a book, All is Fair in Love and Fantasy. I feel that. No, I do. And when I take a step back, he takes the most flack in our group chat because he is the one guy, not the one guy, but he's the one that's played the longest that doesn't have any fantasy championships. And he's had really good teams. Like, he's had good teams in the past. So we get on him a ton about that, but the fact that the Packers lost to the Giants and I got knocked out of both of my playoff contention situations really just hurt. So like I said, it was a bad night and he really pissed me off. And then he's throwing subtle jabs at me. Like, I was on the phone with him the next day and he's like, yeah, babe, every Monday we're going to have cutlets now. And I just hung up the phone on him. Like, I'm not doing this subtle jab bullshit with the cutlets. And no, I'm done with that.
Boom. He's the Cowboys. Yep. I
Yes,
gotta double check my lineups last minute here. Make sure that I'm good. Fucking Addison, bro. Fucked up that one. But I lost fucking I lost Justin Herbert. That really hurt.
Yeah, the Addison play. I looked at that last night. I was like, God damn.
And Jamar Chase, bro. Jamar Chase is going to be out. Separated shoulder. Done. Done. Takes at least 2 weeks to come back. He ain't playing next week.
And then T. Higgins just comes out of nowhere and explodes.
And T. Higgins, yeah. What's the chances that Chase was going to go out? Like, Higgins I had on my bench in another league. I played Brandon Cooks instead.
That's tough.
But to be fair, I mean, I'm looking at what Higgins has done, looking at the matchup,
like you said, sometimes things are just out of our control at the end of the day. It sucks. When it works out for you, it's fucking gold. You're a genius. When it doesn't work out, you're like, God damn.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. Oh, my bad. Andrew, what up, Andrew? Do I play Likely or Douglas? Full PPR.
I'm leaning to Mario Douglas here. I get the Likely play, but I think I'm leaning to Mario Douglas. Man, that Jets line is still moving. Jets are now +7. Wow. That's wild. People are eating that up. Yeah, that line is moving crazy.
Man, yeah, I'm leaning Douglas too. I mean, he should get some opportunities. We'll see. Always talking shit and don't win. Yeah, that's how they roll. Cutlets are good for family dinner tonight. Yeah. Listen, I love
Mary.
I
see what you're doing there.
I love me some cutlets.
Mary's hopping on the train.
Coming through, Mary. I need some cutlets.
No. I'm not going to eat chicken cutlets for quite some time, and they are fantastic. I love chicken cutlets with a nice balsamic glaze. Ooh.
Oh, these smaller guys don't hold up, especially this time of year.
It's colder. You feel every Every
Was that what?
tackle, every little bump and bruise.
Nah, I'm not smoking the likely pack on this one. I think we're smoking that Douglas pack, that DeMario.
Douglas. I think it's more of like that weather down there in Jacksonville
And
is
the
a little
weather
bit of a
too.
factor. They got Keaton Mitchell, they got Gus the Bus, they got Lamar running around. So, I think they utilize Zay Flowers in the short passing game. Bateman is played okay. OBJ is played well. So, listen, likely is solid, especially in as a handcuff to Mark Andrews. We don't tend to handcuff our tight ends very much, but likely is one of those guys that you do want to have if you have a Mark Andrews, because we've seen likely play really well. He has a good rapport with Lamar, but I just think that weather is a little bit of a factor. Now, the short passing game could be something that comes into play there, but I think I just like Demario Douglas a little more in terms of, target share and opportunity wise.
Yeah, I mean, especially if they're down, right? If they're down to KC and they've got to
Mm-hmm.
throw the football, like, give me some of
Yeah.
those garbage time points. Like, likely you're going to have to hope for the touchdown. And
Yeah, that's true.
that's how I feel kind of about likely. He's playing Jacksonville. Yeah. Douglas playing KC for sure. For sure. Well, my Vikings are fucking bums. I mean,
I actually have a 5-game parlay going. I clean
ooh,
sweeped yesterday's 3 games. I picked Bengals. I can't believe that the Bengals won that game.
bro, why are we why what is this
There it is.
bullshit
There it
with
is.
the
3rd and 1.
fucking
4th and 1.
these damn fucking tush pushes that everybody's trying to do now? Just fucking stop. I mean, just stop.
Tell
It's
us how you
just
really feel.
so dumb, bro. Why not give it to the running back or a fullback or some shit? Why does everybody think that they're Jalen Hurts, who fucking guy squats like 600? I mean, not everybody's got them tree trunk legs that can do the shit like that, or the offensive line. Like,
But
just
listen.
stop. And we were right, bro. We were like a yard away from field goal like position. Like, fucking just take the chance and kick it at that point.
Well, considering the Vikings' history with kicking field goals in crunch time, I think
I don't care.
I don't know.
I would have took that over the bullshit that we did.
Well, it's easy to say that in hindsight because you didn't get it, but you think if you have 2 opportunities to get a yard, you'd get it like that. I don't disagree with the play call. I'm actually happy that they got stuffed on 3rd and 4th and 1, because if the Packers win, then we got an opportunity to make some more hay. Anyway, yeah, I listen. 3rd and 1, 4th and 1. You got 2 opportunities to get a yard. I don't mind the play calling from an objective perspective, but that was fucking. I could imagine how brutal that was to watch, and then having to sit through the nonsense in overtime. Wild.
It's just bullshit. Douglas or Drake London in the rain game?
I said this before. I'd still lean Douglas. I understand Drake London had a big game. That weather is going to be absolutely horrendous, as you said, in Carolina. Listen, if you feel comfortable with Drake London because he is their wide receiver 1 and he is coming off a massive game, I think the Falcons lean on the run today, right? With Bijan and Algier. They could have some short passing, opportunities and stuff like that. So it's tough because when we see Drake London really make those impact plays, he's making chunk 15, 20-yard catches down the field. Exactly. So I think that might limit his upside. I think that's kind of where we're leaning here. And I feel like Demario Douglas, he is playing a tough defense. Don't get us wrong, but weather's not going to be a factor. And you would imagine that Douglas will have some opportunities to make some impact plays.
And we've seen Drake London give you 0,
Duds.
1,
yeah,
like just 2 weeks ago, basically. So I think when you look at it that way, maybe you just feel safer with Douglas. He's at least going to get some opportunities, especially if they're down. Like, they're going to have to throw. I mean, London, I don't know. What's the chances we get in the end zone? I mean, maybe he catches a 3-yard slant and scores a tutty, but then that's all he does. I mean,
yeah, Demario Douglas is a little bit safer. So over Demario Douglas, he has 18 targets in his last 2 games. That's pretty good.
Yeah. Or Thielen. Does Thielen make a difference? No, not really.
No.
No. Vikes when Cousins went down. Where's the 4? Yeah, I mean,
Not necessarily though, because that division's not that, obviously you got the Lions at the top, but that wild card is wide the fuck open. And the Vikings losing to a non-conference team didn't hurt them one bit. They're still in the same 6th spot that they were when they lost. So, and when they lost. So it didn't really move the needle for them that much. But when you're up in a game like they were up, I believe they were up 2 scores
and
going into the 4th quarter.
especially when we got 2 big games against the Lions. I mean, we needed this. We needed this win. Mitch said top kickers today, not taking any during the rain games. No, you don't want to take any during the rain game.
No.
I think I picked up the Rams kicker in one league.
Yep. You want to look for those dome teams. Saints kicker could be solid. Let's see who else is playing in a dome or decent weather.
Yeah, I took the Rams kicker, and I have the Cowboys kicker, and I'm sitting there for the Rams kicker. Which might say, I don't know if that sounds crazy, but in the Bills, I mean, it is outside. Like that weather's not supposed to be crazy, but could it make a little bit of a difference? Like,
yeah, Saints kicker is a decent one. San Francisco kicker Moody could be a decent play as well. They're playing out there in Arizona. You think that San Francisco will get some really good opportunities to score? Maybe not a ton of field goals. I see San Francisco probably scoring a bunch of touchdowns, but Rams kicker as well. Like you said, Commanders kicker in that case. In that game, so that's a good game.
True.
But a lot of these games, I feel that it comes down to these kickers. If your kicker gives you 2. Opposed to the, your opposition's kicker giving you 14, that could sway the needle in these close playoff games.
That's big. That's why I do kind of hate kickers, like sometimes, because you think about it, like, all right, they kick a few field goals, they get like 15 points. Like that's equivalent to fucking like, an RB1 week, basically. Like that, like, is that necessarily fair? It is what it is. It's part of the game. Like you can say it's just always been like that. So it is what it is. But I actually don't play a lot of the leagues I play in now. We don't have kickers.
I don't hate it, but I don't like it. I'm kind of in that boat where it just is what it is. I've been so used to it for a long time. I actually saw an article that somebody had posted on, I think it might have been on Instagram or Facebook, something like that, where somebody was saying, take the kickers out of the game. And then a lot of people were like, listen, it's part of it. Kicking is a big part of it. How many NFL games come down to a kick missed or made? So, it's not something that we're crazy about, but it matters. So from that standpoint alone, I'm okay with it. Not in love with it.
For sure. Marcos, what up, Marcos? Half PPR, Mostert, Pollard, Zeke, and Puka. 1 running back, 1 flex.
You're going with Mostert as the running back, and I'm going with Puka as the flex.
I agree.
Could make the argument for Pollard. Pollard, in that game, and the over-under is 49.5. So, make of that what you will, but I'll go Mostert and Puka.
Yeah, I'm going Mostert and Puka too. I mean, good matchup. Stafford's been on fire. I think you got to roll Puka there. And then how could you not play Mostert? I mean, but like you said, Pollard is still a good play. Zeke is still a good play, but Mostert has been the guy that's been a monster just all season. I mean, what is he right now?
RB3, I believe.
2, 3, something like that.
Yep, RB3. I want to say it might have changed a little bit.
RB2
now.
I mean, 16 tutties, bro. 16.
Can't do anything with that.
Rolling up on 1,000 yards. I mean, and he doesn't even have 200 fucking carries. He's got the same carries he had last year right now, basically.
Correction, he has 18 touchdowns, including the receiving work.
Oh, yeah. There you go. Boom. 18 tutties in total. Damn, this shit. Yeah, so we got to roll. I think we got to roll with that. Brother drop Pop and Taysom, so it would be sweet if I beat him that way. Yeah, that'd be funny.
For sure.
I've seen it happen. Flacco or Will Levis?
Make the argument for Will Levis. Like I said, I think a lot of that Titan stuff kind of came down to just fuck it, risk it for the biscuit at that point because they were down, and he had to just kind of chuck it all over the lot. Now they do have a solid matchup with the Houston Texans. No CJ Stroud, no Nico Collins. Obviously, we know Tank Dell is out for the season.
Fucking, I got Thielen and Ridley in one league. I gotta rely on.
What was the question though? Will Levis or
Flacco?
I might lean Joe Flacco, but guess it really depends on Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco's been on fire, man.
Joe Flacco or, well, yeah, that's not even a question no more. I'm not playing Derek Carr without Olave, I don't think. Let's play Flacco. And then Noah Brown or Brandon Cooks.
I'd still go Cooks there.
And then I got to rely on Amari here. Damn, man. All right. I got a few more. Tua or Kyler, hard to trust either.
Yeah, that is a tough one. Give me Kyler with some rushing upside.
Yeah, I'm going Kyler too. Give me the rushing upside on Kyler. Sup, guys? Devonta Smith or Rashee Rice?
Woo. Now, I know the Chiefs should win that game, but New England has still a solid defense. They're at home. Rashee Rice has been really, really good. Looks like he's emerged as their wide receiver one, which I don't think really a whole lot of people saw, earlier on in the season. We don't know if Jalen Hurts is playing. Could be if it's Marcus Mariota. That's a tough one. Give me Rashee Rice here.
Yeah, give me Rashid too. I mean, Devonta's obviously got that crazy upside, but you want the consistent. Rashid has been really consistent lately, so for sure. First round, need advice. Kickers' points are absurd in our league. Should I go Santos or Havrizik? Also, currently have Titans D, but have Bears and Browns on the bench. Should I leave or swap? All right, so let's address the kicker situation first.
So Santos is at Cleveland.
At Cleveland. Okay.
Not crazy about that. Who's the other kicker?
Nope. Havrizik. I think that's the Rams, isn't it? Is that the Rams guy?
I have no idea. Yes, it is.
Yeah, I got him. I got him going in one league. We were just talking about that as far as the weather and playing in the dome. So yeah, give me the Rams kicker. Let's go Havrizik there, and then Titans D, Bears D, Browns D.
Titans, Bears, or Browns. Whew. Obviously, we know that what the Titans are going up against. The Texans are basically sending out the B team. Browns and Bears playing each other. Browns play much better at home defensively. Bears have been a much better defense in the last month. I believe they're top 10 in all of the defensive metrics. That would be the Chicago Bears in the last 4 games. I guess you go Tennessee, right? Just because of the players that are out for Houston. Go Tennessee here.
Yeah, I go Tennessee. Douglas or Hollywood full PPR. I think we had this one earlier. You went Douglas.
Yeah, Douglas.
Especially with Hollywood being banged up. So yeah. Thought about Aubrey, Havrick. I did that switch. I did the same switch, Isaac. I did the switch just mainly based on the weather. And I think we talked about that game also. It's not supposed to be horribly bad. in that
What's that?
game.
The Dallas
but
game? The Dallas
yeah,
Buffalo game?
yeah. I made the switch just to have the dome guy. I think it's a good matchup anyway. So that's why I did it. But you can go either way, man.
So Buffalo, occasional rain likely to continue. So there's going to be some elements there in Buffalo up through kickoff. It's going to be some rain. It's going to be some elements. Go with the dome kicker or the better weather out there in LA.
Yeah, for sure. Tyreek not playing. Waddle and Ayuk as my wide receivers. Can't decide between DK, Drake London, and Rashid Rice. Who do I start between the three?
DK super interesting, but it looks like is it me or does DK start off the game? He makes like a big play and then he just disappears for the rest of the game. Like that, I don't understand the usage of DK Metcalf in a lot of these games. Give me Rashid Rice here. He's just been the more consistent, proven guy. He's very much involved. Give me Rashid Rice here, and Rashid Rice has some upside.
We don't know if Geno's playing either. It's a good matchup for DK. Like I want to play DK, but Rice has been pretty solid. And he's always in the damn goal line package.
Yep. He's out there making plays, dude.
I think playing it safe, not knowing if Geno's going to play, because I do think that makes a difference here. I might roll with Rashid Rice.
And really quick on the Rashid Rice thing, 29 targets in the last 3 games, 23 receptions on 29 targets. That is fantastic catch percentage. And he's closing in on 250 yards in those 3 games, 2 touchdowns. Rashid Rice is playing the best as the receiver. No, that's total yards, approaching 230 yards total in his last 3 games, right? I said 23 catches on 29 targets. It's got to be close to an 80% clip. 8 out of 10, 8 out of 9, 7 out of 10. 2 touchdowns. Closing in on 250 yards in those 3 games. That's pretty damn good. And his percentage, his snap percentage, he's been, early on it wasn't great. And then, mid-season it was hovering in the 50s and 60s. 85% snap percentage against Buffalo. Highest of the season for Rashid Rice.
Yeah, he's 3rd in yards after catch.
There you go.
Air yards, 93rd. So, yeah, everything is pretty close.
I'm fine with that.
But that's how they use him. That's the way that they use him. He's that slot guy.
He's got 6 touchdowns on the season. That's pretty damn good.
And he's in the goal line packages. Yeah.
Wide receiver 30 in
full
PPR.
Wide receiver 3.
Sign up for that.
Which is the Juju replacement, There
you go.
Amari Cooper or Dubes?
This is a close one. This is a really close one. I feel like Cooper has the safer floor. I know we talked about Dubes, but I don't think they finished that far apart, to be honest with you. 14 targets for Amari Cooper last game.
I'm going to go with Amari just based on the target and the airing it out of Flacco. Dubes, I think, or Dubs, whatever you want to call him. I think we know kind of what he is. He's like a 4 for 60, pray for a tutty type of.
I agree.
Something like that.
I agree.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's Amari Cooper here.
So yeah, give me Amari. Irv, what up, Irv? Where is he at? Foreman or Thielen or McLaurin in the flex.
McLaurin.
Terry. I think I'm rolling Terry. Yeah, for sure.
Yep.
Roll Terry there. Thielen hasn't been that good. Bad weather. Foreman, I mean, you got 3 running backs there. You got to pray for a touchdown. Let's go, Terry. Miami D has some pieces missing. Should I play Miami or Tennessee?
You can make the argument for both, right? Tennessee
Mhm.
playing against, we talked about it, the Texans virtually B team with their top quarterback out and their top 2 receivers out. So the Tennessee, defense is certainly in play. And then Miami, right? You're playing against Zach Wilson. I know he had a good game. I'm not going to overreact to Zach Wilson having a good game in really inclement weather. So you can make the argument for both. I'd lean Tennessee, but I could hear the argument for Miami. Give me Tennessee, but I hear the argument for Miami.
Yeah, I just think I'll just play Tennessee. Fuck it. Bro's had 5 injuries in 2 weeks. He's played me. Yeah, Caddy, man. Would you rank Cup higher than Allen rest of season since Herbert is done?
I would. I also saw something with with the doctors that that evaluate the injuries, and they basically said because Cup had that ankle injury, there was going to be some dip in his performance. We clearly saw that, and Cooper Cup has bounced back as of late, and Matthew Stafford's been on fire. So yeah, give me Cooper Cup for the rest of the season over Keenan Allen. 18 targets in his last 2 games for Cooper Cup, 14 catches, 150 yards, 2 touchdowns.
And they're
Give me
probably
Cooper
going to
Cup the rest of
be,
the season.
and they're more high value targets too, probably
Agreed.
as well.
Agreed.
So yeah, give me Cup for sure. Now, if Herbert was still healthy, then it would
be a different story.
It's not. So what up, Za? Yo, full PPR, Romeo Dubs or Noah Brown, Niners, Falcons, Chiefs start 1 defense, and Hall or Beckham half PPR.
I'm going Dubes over Noah Brown, just because the Packers, obviously without Christian Watson, like I feel better about Dubes' opportunity to get a touchdown. They do look for him in the red zone. I believe Romeo Dubes has 7 touchdowns this season. So I feel pretty good about that. And then obviously Noah Brown, no quarterback, etc. So give me Romeo Dubes there. Niners, Falcons, Chiefs. That's a tough one. We've kind of bounced back and forth, but we haven't had the Niners. But they are playing Arizona. I know Kyler's there, and Kyler could get, run around, maybe do a little bit of backyard stuff. So it's between the Falcons and the Chiefs. Give me the Falcons defense here. And then give me Breece Hall in the rain game.
Yeah, give me the... Yeah, give me both of those. Same thing. I was thinking the same. Give me both of those dudes. Shout out to Walter with the dog there. Chico.
From next Friday. Chico.
Friday.
That is a sweet avatar.
I like that, bro. I like that. Aaron Jones or Amari Cooper PPR?
Ooh. This is a good one, Bryce. This is a really good one because we talked about both players a little bit. Amari Cooper a little bit more. So Aaron Jones, man, is hard to trust, honestly, but with no AJ Dillon, 14 targets for Amari Cooper. Jesus.
And we've got a gunslinger. There is a little bit of a weather, but they said it shouldn't be crazy bad. So
give me Aaron Jones by a hair. If you go with Amari Cooper, I'm not going to be mad at you. But give me no AJ Dillon, right? No Christian Watson. Feels like the Packers are missing somebody every single week that could be a factor. Give me Aaron Jones just by that's a 50-50 call, in my opinion. I'm not mad at the Amari Cooper with the PPR. Like I said, 14 targets last week. Aaron Jones is hard to trust, but I feel like with no AJ Dillon, he'll get 18, 20 opportunities rushing and receiving. Give me Aaron Jones.
Oh, man. Yeah, give me Aaron Jones, too. Give me Aaron Jones, too. Tua going forward, still startable. Going forward,
I believe so.
He's got one of the toughest schedules, I think, but...
What's the other option, Mary?
Yeah, he's got Jets, he's got Dallas, he's got Baltimore. I mean, Dallas could be a shootout, though, too. So, I mean, it's not horrible, but And then at Baltimore, I mean, they've been good too, but
Our other option is Stafford.
Stafford. Well, for this week, for sure, you like
Yeah,
Stafford.
we're playing Stafford this week. Yep.
Stafford's got New Orleans next week.
And then the Raiders.
And then he's got the
No,
what? The
I lied.
Giants.
No, not the Raiders. The Giants.
Giants.
Yeah. That's pretty solid. And he's got his guys, right? He's got Puka, he's got Cup, he's got Kyron, he's got Higbee. Yeah, I'm comfortable with starting Stafford.
I'd be okay with it. Yeah. I'd be okay with it. Last minute emergency pivot off Olave. Got you, super. McLaurin, Jigba, Zay Jones, OBJ, Shaheed, Gibson.
Ooh. Some good options there. McLaurin's definitely interesting, right? JSN is, he's not fully in with the Geno situation like you talked about. Zay Jones, no, not in this scenario. OBJ in the same game, right? Little kind of hit or miss. Shaheed, I think it's between Shaheed and McLaurin here. Gibby, super interesting as well, right? With no B-Rob, is Chris Rodriguez gonna, slice into that work a little bit? I don't trust Gibby because if he puts the ball on the ground, that could spell the end of his day. He could find himself back in the doghouse. Give me Terry McLaurin. Shaheed's really close.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with McLaurin too. Shaheed gives you like a nice little upside play, but I think we gotta go Terry here. Gotta go Terry. Stafford. Diaz said my girl said Steve sound like Bob's Burgers. Yeah, bro, my nose is. That's why I didn't get on last night. I was gonna get on last night, but I couldn't. It's all jacked up over here. I'm fucking
rest and recovery, bro.
I'm sipping
Take
on
a
fucking
hot shower.
I've been sipping on Mountain Dew and NyQuil for like 3 days.
The Incredible Hulk.
Well, not even NyQuil. I got this the Mucinex nighttime shit.
Yeah.
I just drink. You just could sip it right out the bottle.
You know what's really good
I kind of mapped it out. It's like a nice, like 2 gulps is like enough. I think anyway.
I don't even use a measuring cup anymore. I just take 2 big swigs, like you said.
What I'm saying.
Pause.
No, I should have said swigs. That should have been a pause for me.
All right, we got 4 minutes here.
Za, Murray, DeVito, or Flacco. Start 2, super flex. Okay, half PPR, Fields or Mahomes. Murray, DeVito, Flacco. Start 2. Murray.
Give me Murray and Flacco.
And Flacco, yes, boom. And then half PPR, Fields or Mahomes. I don't think the PPR matters, but
no, it doesn't. Fields.
Yep.
Mahomes hasn't been good, dude. Mahomes has not been good.
Oh, trust me, I fucking know.
Yeah, so do I. I had him in my league, and he was not good all season for the most part.
Yeah, you could make the argument for Fields here. I mean, for sure. Let's go Fields. Fuck, man.
Give me the rushing upside. Mahomes is not playing well. Listen. I love me some Patrick Mahomes. I think most people do, but the rushing upside is too good to pass up in this particular situation. That Chiefs offense just doesn't look in sync at all. Like it looks discombobulated and Pacheco's out. Give me Fields. So I was touching on this earlier. Yeah. I did a 5-leg parlay. I did a 5-leg parlay last night, right? I hit the 3 legs last night. I had Bengals, Colts -1.5, and I had the Lions.
Bears or Cowboys. Hold on, wait. Go ahead. Quick rattle these off real quick. Bears or Cowboys D?
I guess the Bears. I mean, they played better. I don't think those are the best matchups per se. But the Bears have played better over the last month. That's a tough one.
That's true. I probably still just roll with the boys. Fuck it. Waddle with Reek out or Jada Reed?
Dontavian Wicks is playing as well. I don't. Give me Jaden Reed here. I like the way
Full
they're using him.
PPR.
That's a tough one. I did say play Reed last week, and then obviously that was good. Now Aaron Jones being back might limit some of that rushing work that they've been using with Jaden Reed. You know, as an explosive type guy, that's tough.
True. Fields or Love?
Whew.
We had this one earlier. I think we said Fields is more upside, but Love is probably pretty safe, right?
Safer. Yeah. Fields for the upside. Love if you want a safer floor.
For sure. Kincaid, Goddard, or Taysom?
I think it's go dirt, he said.
Go dirt.
Yeah.
Right.
Give me Dalton Kincaid here.
Oh man, Taysom is a monster. And no Olave. I don't know.
We got
Taysom
1 minute.
Taysom could be that Swift Army knife.
He could. That's
Can't be
fair.
going against my boy Taysom, but you can play Kincaid if you want. It's either Taysom or Kincaid. But Taysom could do a few different things. He could pass it. He could throw it. He could catch it. He could
run it.
I mean, he could do it all. So I'm going Taysom. Every time I go against Taysom, he just proves me wrong. So Kincaid or Reed?
Oof.
Give me Reed.
Reed, yeah.
Probably going Taysom for upside. Yep, I feel you, Isaac. All right, I think we got
down to the
wire
left,
not even. So
less than that.
For the last questions in, we'll fire it out real quick. Bryce Young in the super flex spot. Well, shit. What's your other option? Come on, give me an option here.
Yeah, that's it.
That's bad. He's been horrible, and it's fucking raining.
That's it. 1 o'clock.
I'd probably just play a player in that slot instead.
Yeah, I would agree. Bryce has not been good in a bad fucking situation. It is upon us.
All right, boom. All right, we're off of Insta. You know, now we can stream to Instagram as well.
I love that.
All together, but Instagram is different. I've got to have the Instagram window opened up, and the questions don't come in the chat here. It's still separate. So I don't like that. I don't like that. I wish it was just come on here all together, you know, like it typically does for all the like Facebook, you know, and YouTube. They just all come straight up on here. Probably sleeps with a ball. Yeah, man. All right, guys. Ladies and gents, we are about to get up out of here. Appreciate y'all for coming through. We will see y'all Tuesday night for the Dynasty show.
Yeah, buddy.
And then we'll be back, of course, next week, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Hopefully I'm feeling better by then. But yeah, good luck in all the matchups. Okay. Hopefully you win this week. You have a good week. Hopefully we made some right decisions.
I need the Packers and Browns to complete this 5-leg parlay I started. I clean sweeped yesterday. I need Packers win, Browns win. 5-leg parlay. $50, 500 payout.
Okay. Fucking gambler over here.
Hey, listen. Well, no, I did the ESPN bet, and you get 250 in
come
free
on,
bets.
Kev. Come on, Kev. First off, you've been on the stream, and you're gonna wait until motherfucking 12:59.
Is that a rookie move? Is that a rookie move, Kev?
Come on, Kev. Damn. All right. Yeah, we out of here, guys. Appreciate y'all.
Yes, sir. Peace.